I can tell you what the Timothy Leary story is real quickly.
That would be good. Do you want me to do it on video or just audio?
I don't think you should tape it.
Oh, okay. We won't tape it.
Nothing to tape.
Okay. Well, you've told me slightly, but you tell it so well. I want to hear you say it.
Well, I can't even think about it right now.
Yeah, you're stressed.
Well, because I'm on my way to the airport.
Well,
but basically, what the idea was that Dick and I were taking a vacation in Mexico.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to go to Acapulco. He said, we'll go up the coast to this little town called Zihuatanejo.
Uh-huh.
And so we couldn't get in all the way. We had to go by a mule, and then we had to walk and carry our bag. And then there was a hotel overhanging the cliff, and it was filled with hippies from Harvard Square. And Dick recognized the genre immediately because he went to Harvard Law School.
Yeah.
So,
but he was definitely not a hippie, though, right? No, I would say the least.
He said, I didn't like him in Harvard Square, and I don't like him here on my vacation. But we couldn't do anything about it, so we walked up there, and the first girl I saw was like in a faded brown bikini with a baby, and a baby in one hand and a raccoon on a leash.
Are you serious?
She was beautiful. She looked like a Madonna with all that pre-Raphaelite hair. And then the other guy, had a beard and sandals. So we got in, and it turned out that they had turned the whole hotel over to Timothy Leary and his group of students from graduate school at Harvard. And the reason for it was to experiment with LSD.
You're kidding.
And to take down what happened.
Interesting. So they were doing LSD?
They did it some of them did it one day, and then the rest of them did it on alternate days. They did it alternate.
Did they have a control group who didn't do it at all?
No, they just, they all loved it, to take it, and then they had a thing to hold a big chart in the dining room, and it had they're supposed to take the drug, and then they would go out, and then they would kind of concentrate on the area they'd chosen. Like they had, you could do astrology or astronomy, or you could do study different things on the drug. Or they had one category that was like sexual games. Well, that was so popular.
I bet that was popular.
And then in my bedroom,
did you take the LSD?
No,
you didn't try it?
Dick said,
she has a garden club.
Dick right away said, Suzanne, we shouldn't take the LSD because it rearranges the molecules in your brain.
It's actually, that's true.
And,
yeah.
The fact that we knew that.
I know. How did he know that?
Because he's really smart.
Oh, I know
a lot of things.
He's a very smart man.
And that was just a piece of information that he knew that LSD was not a drug to be used casually. And
all the way down there?
Also, it has,
one of our best.
Suzanne, what do you call it where it comes back on you later?
Flashbacks.
Yes, it can have serious flashbacks. Now, you can have a fabulous trip, you can think you died and went to heaven, or you can have a horrible trip.
Right.
You don't know what
you don't know what you're going to have, right.
But mostly people had good trips, or he would never have used it. And Timothy Leary was a great believer in LSD. He actually believed that it would change the whole world, that people would just love each other and they wouldn't get into fight wars anymore, and it would change everything, and we'd have the peaceable kingdom.
I guess he wasn't taking the bad trips into account. That one, I don't know.
He just so believed in it. He used to talk to me about it. I mean, he fervently
17-mile
believes
drive.
that everybody should take it, and it would be
in
very
Carmel.
helpful.
It
I don't
starts-
think he was an
it
alcoholic,
starts in,
Suzanne, because he died a natural old age.
Timothy Leary. So you talked to him a lot personally.
Hmm.
What did you think of him? What was your?
He was so good looking.
Was he?
Oh my God.
Runs to Carmel
And
and
then
ends up downtown.
his children were there, Susie and this little boy, I think his name was Bobby, he had dark hair.
Road.
They had his young, she was divorced.
I should do that.
But
I'm
what
really
I
gonna
did
get
do,
into biking.
one day Dick got,
It's like
I'll tell you one.
1,000.
Our shout, we had these huts up on the
The
hill,
ocean out there is so
but
different.
ours was connected to another hut, and the walls in the shower were very thin, and you could hear people talking. So one time I went in to take a shower, and I heard this guy saying, you know, he said, I'm so disappointed in this. I came up here for a scientific experiment, and it's just turned into one big orgy.
That's a great quote. Oh, that's a great
Isn't that a
quote.
riot?
Who said that? Do you remember who said that?
One of the guys.
One of the guys who was with Timothy.
They have a boardwalk
And
right on the line.
his sidekick was named Richard Alpers. Those two.
Yeah.
Richard's the one that drove that bus across America.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It
Across.
was a whole different era. It was an era when America became a drug culture. It was the 1960s. This happened in 1963, and
1963.
Woodstock was 1969.
Miles.
I'd have loved. I know that. I think Woodstock would have been kind of
Monterey
neat.
has them too.
Would be
Would have been kind of neat.
definitely. I had a boyfriend who actually went to it.
You do? They had another Woodstock, like, I don't know, it was stupid. It was like, did you hear about that? Like Woodstock #2 in upstate New York or something?
Well, there are two towns named Woodstock.
Are there? Yeah.
And they reenacted some songs. They have a kind of. But, you know, Suzanne, I love you.
I love you too.